I've started to now come to see fluidity not as something that's just specific to women, but as a general feature of human sexuality. And certainly this is something that you find in a lot of the historical and cross-cultural literature. I mean, if you read anthropological reports, you find plenty of evidence of fluidity, and they think we're crazy for having these, categories. And it's one thing to be like, I think historically we used to be like, oh, they don't realize that their fluid people are really gay people. And now I'm like, oh, we don't realize that our gay people are really like their fluid people. It's the same population. Fluidity is a general feature of human sexuality. The truth is that at a political level, we have advocated for the civil rights of LGBT people on the basis of them being LGBT, right? We've used categories as a part of our strategy for social policy and for acceptance. And that is really, really tricky now that we know that it's not true. This, came to my awareness in a really uncomfortable way during the most recent Supreme Court cases. The lawyer for our side, the friendly, gay-friendly lawyer, I can't remember her name, saying, we've gotten, a brief has been submitted to the Supreme Court and it references your work. So basically this was a very detailed brief and very well written, arguing that if you look at the history of equal protection cases that have gone up before the Supreme Court, the test that has been used to decide whether a group of people qualified for equal protection status was that they had to be a distinct, immutable group. And in fact, there have been Supreme Court cases that have tried to get equal protection status for older individuals, and they failed. Why? Older individuals are too diverse. They're not a distinct group. You can have older individuals who face discrimination, and also your age changes over the lifespan. Who are the older individuals? They're not the same group 1 year as they are another. Supreme Court wouldn't grant them status. Mentally disabled individuals did not get equal protection status in front of the Supreme Court. Why? Because they're too diverse. Some individuals have very severe disabilities. Some individuals don't have very severe disabilities. Some individuals' disability changes over time. So this author basically used this case law and said, look at Dr. Diamond's work. She shows that sexuality is fluid. The population of individuals with same-sex attractions in 1 year may be different than it is in another year, and the population is incredibly diverse. Some individuals have exclusive attractions. Some people have non-exclusive attractions. Some people can marry someone of the same sex. Some people could marry, someone of either sexes. They just don't meet the standard that the Supreme Court itself has set up. And I read this and I'm like, Judy, well, I've destroyed my people.